Welcome to back, everyone. You are watching Fide World Cup 2015. दोस्तों यहाँ पे अर्जुन और पैंताली हरिकृष्णा की मैच देख रहे हैं। ओके। ओके, ओपोनेंट plays h5, strikes from here. Harikrishna, what to do here? What is the move for Harikrishna? Stops the pawn with h4 or trying to something different. Okay, h4 is a right move or c into d5 is the right move. But this pawn is alone, not sport this pawn. Can Arjun penalty find his knight to e3? Knight move to e3. He takes, then take with the pawn, take with the knight, and take with the knight, take with the pawn. It's a good move. Or also h4 is a good move. C into d5, but this pawn is alone. Or move to c5, then this pawn is hanging. So leave this pawn and move to h4. Yeah, he saves this pawn. First, bring the rook b1 because he moved to c5. Okay. Also, opponent d into c4, then goes b into d4. Okay, he goes b5, then you can take with the pawn or take with the rook. It's a good idea from Harikrishna. Now, what to do here? But Arjun, less time from your opponent, 7 minutes. थोड़ा सा टाइम में शॉर्टेज है हरि कृष्णा के पास। 7 मिनट पीछे चल रहे हैं, ओपोनेंट 7 मिनट आगे चल रहे हैं। नाउ अर्जुन अप टू 10 मिनट्स। ओके, अर्जुन ट्राई टू एक्टिव द बिशप, ब्लैक बिशप। यस, Ireland Warrior is thinking because rook exchange where is not done because he file is captured by the opponent, so he does not exchange the rook, not exchange the rook. Wow, can he try to knight to e6 and then bishop goes here, and bishop goes again here. The idea is bishop goes here and bishop to move here. Okay. Now what to do here? Learn वो आ रहे हैं. Lenovo Lenovo also exchange the rook and opponent take with the rook, then goes for rook e1, then exchange the rook. It's exchange, rook exchange variation, but Lenovo can't exchange. Yes, he can't exchange. He plays knight e3. Now here, mm, exchange, knight exchange. Is the right move or wrong? Because bishop bring there, also rook into e3, then rook e1. It's a very well active rook, both rooks. So he can't exchange. Also, Arjun create the battery with rook. Rook plays e7 and then rook e8. It's also good idea from Arjun. But must also bring the knight bishop here and bishop b6. You also move to bishop e b6, but opponent bishop move to c3 and defends this pawn. Also, Arjun bishop plays here d6 and rook queen c7. It's another idea from Arjun. Also, bishop bring to here and queen bring there. It's a good move for Arjun. Got some pressure create on h2 on here and save this pawn, and he can't exchange because this pawn is also hanging. Because he takes with the knight, he will take the bishop. Okay, Goes for harikrishna smash. Martin's thinking his time is equal because he is thinking. दोस्तों अगर ये मैचेस ड्रॉ पे निकलता है तो टुमारो टाई ब्रेक्स पे डिसाइड होगा कि कौन वर्ल्ड कप में आगे जा रहा है, कौन टूर्नामेंट से बाहर हो रहा है। ओके, ओपोनेंट विंस नाइट E8। नाउ अर्जुन डिसाइड टू हरिकृष्ण मूव टू C5, move to C5, and opponent try to move B5 or take B with the B into C5. Also move to B4 or also goes for C5 or B5. Okay, strike from here A, B or C D files. Okay, he goes C5 is a right move. Okay, he goes if he goes B5. Okay, then take with the A into B5. Okay, then he takes with the pawn C into B5, then goes C6. Also bishop bring there, bishop H3. Also another idea. And knight E3 is also moved. This is another idea. Arjun take 3 minutes almost time. Goes for Arjun's match. Arjun's move here. Arjun is thinking, what is the move I played? A knight exchanges are not a good move. Queen move to F6 or rook move to E7 and goes rook E8 is another move from Arjun. Game is equal. Three results possible. All three results is possible. But look like it is a draw position. but both players tried to win the game. Okay, goes for a Harikrishna's pass because Harikrishna is also thinking. Arjun is also thinking. Harikrishna is also thinking. Harikrishna is thinking. Now goes to Arjun's match. Arjun is also thinking. Taking so much time, Krishna. Knight E3 is a good move, but also H4, H3. Yes, he goes B4. Yes, he tried. He strikes from B5, B4. Okay. He now he takes with the pawn because he can't take, and then this pawn is hanging because rook enter to E8 rank. Okay. So right move is to take with the pawn. Krishna strikes from B5 because file is open. He takes with the pawn. He takes with the knight. It's also this pawn is hanging. Okay. So first of all, also move to rook. First, all move to rook. Martin's move to rook is the right move because b5 is open. Lee also takes with a into b4. Is a good move. It's a right or wrong. And he takes with the pawn. He goes for knight. This pawn is hanging. Also rook move to here and this pawn is hanging. He avoid this pawn and move to rook. Is a right move or bring the knight here or here. Bring the knight here or this bring knight here. And goes to Arjun's move match. Yes, Arjun now here. K. Arjun goes for exchange knight into e3. Open bishop into f e3. And now Arjun move to king. Okay. Secure this pawn. Okay. Secure this pawn and this pawn. Okay. Now opponent move to queen f1 and try to here and bring the queen d3 and some pressure create on h6. Okay. Now Arjun also is very intelligent. He also bring the rook already there and save this pawn. Opponent. Okay. Let's find it. What is the right move from Lanwarian? Now he brings the rook e8 is connect the rook and some pressure create on e3. It's a idea from Arjun. Also, Lanwarian goes rook e2 and rook d2 is also knows the ideas, and also queen goes d3 and also move to an attack on knight h4, which is the right idea from Lanwarian because knight is a it's a strong position because then he sport with the queen and it's a very dangerous from Lanwarian. So he tried to avoid this knight and from h4 and move. Also, queen bring d3 is a also good move, and rook d2 or rook e2 is another idea, and rook e1. and rook d2 and rook e2 is a good move. But also first bring the queen there and rook there and there. But this part is weakness. Girl's queen move to here. Now goes for Harikrishna's match. Harikrishna's also thinking here. Okay, he does it. He moves. Okay. He take with the pawn. Krishna goes for knight. Okay, d into c4. Bishop into. Okay, Harikrishna is thinking what is the right move for me. Okay, he takes with a bishop. Okay, and then he goes for c5 and take and take. He can't move the knight because he's hanging. Wow. Yes, he goes. Hare Krishna take with the bishop. Now idea is a c5. Okay. Opponent strikes from here. Now it's a safe. He can't bring the rook a1 because he pushes the pawn. He plays the bishop b3. Is the idea, or also take with the knight. Knight into c6 is the right move or wrong. Okay. He goes knight into c3 and opponent goes rook into e1. His bishop is hanging. She can't. So bishop b3 is the right move from Krishna. Yes. Can he goes knight into c6? Now goes to Arjun's game. It's a end game. And now Lenoir in exchange. The rook. Bishop goes h1 first of all, and then Arjun brings the rook e8 and create the battery with the rook and opponent exchange the rook. Arjun also take with the rook. Okay, he grabs the file. Arjun. Now move to opponent is a very clever because h2 is a weakness, weak square. So he protect with the bishop. Okay. Now Lenovo is thinking what to do here.